Hey guys, it's Becky. Welcome to my channel. I am going to be sharing a homeschooling video with you guys today. I don't think I have filmed one in quite a while. We're just kind of smooth sailing, sort of heading towards the finish line of our homeschool year. And if you don't already, I have a 20-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old daughter. Our 20-year-old has since graduated our homeschool high school, has also now since graduated college, and she is working. So that's exciting. But now I'm down to just my youngest, who we are homeschooling, and she is finishing up her 8th grade year and will be a high schooler in the fall, which is hard to believe. And actually last night was the first night that I really sat down and started like figuring out what I need to do for her planning for high school. I've already done it with my oldest and that was successful, and now I kind of know what I'm doing. And so I was kind of translating what I know and what I learned and what I did with my oldest, and now I'm kind of transferring that to my youngest, kind of what that process looks like starting, you know, pre-9th grade. So I actually started that just last night, and we are also finishing up our 8th grade year, like I said. So she's got about 9, maybe 10 weeks left. I haven't quite finished, well, I can't talk today. I haven't quite determined yet our end date. I know when it can't be any sooner than, but it depends on how close we are to finishing something. We may push it a little bit farther just to be able to finish some of these curriculum levels up before going into 9th grade. I don't do that a whole lot. I don't worry about it too much. I mean, I don't want to be like super far behind, but I don't worry so much about finishing a level every single year. Sometimes that just doesn't happen, and usually that's okay. But considering she's going to be in 9th grade in the fall and she's going into high school, I really wanted to try to finalize and complete as many curriculum levels that we're using this school year. So with that in mind, we are actually finishing quite a few things already, or are on track to finish early before our school year even ends. So that's exciting. I know our history we should be done with really soon. Her math she should be done with really soon. We already finished up a couple of her language arts things that I had selected, and that's actually what today's video is. If you watch my channel and you've seen my homeschooling videos, before we started 8th grade, I talked about critical thinking companies building writing skills level 1 and 2. I showed you what that curriculum looked like. I talked a little bit about why I chose it and some higher priced, more mainstream curriculum that it reminds me of. So I'll link that video for you guys. And we did do that. We completed level 1, and she's almost done with level 2 of the building writing skills. So the format is the same of both of those books. Really, the only difference is the type of writing assignments that you're doing. So if you, you don't necessarily have to do both levels, but it's a good idea to do both, because you're going to be getting a little bit of different writing assignments from level 1 versus level 2. So one of my favorite things about building writing skills is how open and go it is. I love how organized it is. I love how unintimidating it is for the parent, but also the student. It also gives you a sample for each writing assignment of what a good writing assignment would look like. If you did all the things they tell you to do, you know, what it should look like. And if you have a reluctant writer, I think, first of all, the fact that the book is very thin is helpful in itself, because you don't see this giant book and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to write all that stuff. Like, it's really unintimidating. It's broken up into individual steps, which is really helpful for a reluctant, intimidated writer. And I just love it. So like I said, we finished level 1. We are almost finished with level 2. I don't know what we're going to do for writing for 9th grade. I haven't really decided yet. I thought if you'd asked me a few years ago, I would have told you, oh, we're 100% going to do the Good and the Beautiful's language arts for high school, at least for 9th grade, because that's what my oldest daughter did. But I really don't know that we're going to go down that route now. So I want to look around, see if there's anything else that I could piece together. I kind of really feel like with my youngest especially, I have found for her, it's been a lot better to be able to piece things together, to piece together a certain subject, especially language arts, English, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. You know, what do we want to use for spelling? What are we going to use for writing? What are we going to use for you know, vocabulary and grammar? I really have found for her that works best. But considering that we're finishing up some things before our school year is over, I'm actually going to be adding Critical Thinking Company's editor-in-chief as part of our language arts curriculum. And I'll be doing a separate video about that, kind of a flip through and explaining a little bit more about the curriculum. But in a nutshell, basically Editor-in-Chief is a grammar curriculum. It's a same super organized, super affordable, open and go style that you can expect from Critical Thinking Company. But basically Editor-in-Chief is teaching grammar skills and concepts through finding mistakes in other people's writing. And I really love that approach. I've seen several different curriculum over the years that have done that. But I think I'm gonna like Editor-in-Chief's way of doing it more than some of the other methods that I've seen. So we're gonna be adding that, trying it out, seeing if we like it, and then if we do, we will continue it into 9th grade. That'll be part of her language arts curriculum for 9th grade. So I just want to kind of give you that heads up. That video is coming about editor-in-chief, but if you want to go ahead and do a little research on your own, I'll link it for you in the description box. You can kind of take a peek and see what I'm talking about, but it looks like it's going to be a really great option for teaching grammar. One thing I really like about that concept of correcting other people's writing is once you have an older child, you know, like mine, 8th grade, maybe high school level, you know, they've done grammar the traditional way, chances are, the entire time of learning about commas and then writing a sentence, or learning about, you know, question marks and writing a sentence. But being able to kind of flip in your brain a little bit, now you're looking at other people's work, it's teaching you the skills of grammar from a different perspective, which I think is a really nice, fresh take on it, especially if you've been taught the traditional way and now you're actually forcing your brain to use those skills that you've been learning all this time to edit other people's writing. I think it's a really, really fresh take on it that might be nice for especially older kids to still practice grammar skills, but not in the same way they've always done it before. Well, I will link Critical Thinking Company's Building Writing Skills Level 1 and 2 in the description box. I highly recommend it. We really enjoyed it, and I talked about in that original video how much it reminds me of Institute for Excellence in Writing, or IEW, but it's like laughingly so much less time intensive. It's so much less expensive. It's so much less teacher intensive. When you look at IEW and there's like this huge spiral, and some of these courses even require you as the parent to watch all these videos and like all this stuff, it's very, very overwhelming. I really like that Critical Thinking Company has taken the best of IEW and really just focused on that and condensed it into little bite-sized chunks, made it affordable for you as the parent, and made it less intimidating for your student. But I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I will also link my homeschooling playlist for you guys. Every homeschooling video I've made in the past is in that playlist. There's like over 250, I believe. So tons of different videos in that playlist about what we've done with each girl over the years for their curriculum. There's curriculum review videos, there's homeschool mom day in the life videos. So tons of things, tons of inspiration in that playlist for you all that I think you will enjoy. So check that out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.